Talking today about the third stage in the 9 stages of change that I'm outlining in the book I'm writing, plus in a 9-week series I'm doing in my newsletter. That third stage is the stage of admitting. This is where change can actually begin. Alcoholics Anonymous in their first step says, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. What they're essentially saying is that we admit we have a problem. Now the first 2 stages, if you remember, were unconscious denial and conscious denial. Over here, unconscious denial says, there's no problem here. So if I'm not even aware of a problem, I'm not going to change, obviously. Here I become aware of the problem, but I'm still not willing to change anything because it seems to me that the cost of change is greater than the cost of staying the same. So no change is actually going to happen here. Maybe these should actually be considered pre-change stages. Change only begins, or the possibility of change only begins, when I'm willing to admit there's a problem. And I think in terms of my own weight loss journey, I got to a place of being 95 pounds overweight, and I didn't see that happening. I hung around in unconscious denial for a long time. I think I even came out to conscious denial where, the doctor was saying, your blood's not looking good, your sugars, your triglycerides, your cholesterol, but I wasn't willing to do anything about it. It was only when I saw a picture of myself at 95 pounds overweight, and I saw an overweight guy, not the guy that was the athlete in high school, that I was willing to do something about it. That was when I entered the stage of admitting there was a problem. So I guess I'm going to invite you this week to take an honest look at what's going on in your life. Maybe everything's okay, and that's great if it is. But if not, maybe there's something or some things that are holding you back in some way, shape, or form. And maybe it's time to admit that these things are a problem for you and that you might want to start looking at changing them. I don't know, but it's something for you to consider. We'll talk next week about the next stage of change.